them back, and we paid the air ticket for the mom, and also made her stay in the UK comfortable.
So
and
how much did you raise?
Those days was about 1,200.
Oh, okay.
But it was a hard task because we didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
So then from there, I started getting in the community, and I meet my good friend Alex, who had just joined that organization through a friend of his called Maganjo. So I meet him, and he's a kind of a guy who is outgoing, going to people, and he starts introducing me to the community. And as we are heading there, now he introduced me to an event that was happening at a place off London Road, Risk, that was being run by one and only Tony Maura, who was the chairman, and I have a lot of respect for him. And King, and that is the first time now I meet this team of King, and they're running a very good restaurant there, Kenyan thing. And my background is hotel industry. I don't know whether you knew that. So then I'm quite interested. These guys are doing an amazing job, and it's bringing the community. So we leave church and then we go eat Nyama Choma. Then fast forward. So that happens at that time, and then so I'm introduced, and then I'm starting getting involved in the community. Mashaka. Then we lose a Kenyan, a young man who had issues, but a very humble man. And I always said, you know what? It's always good to be humble, because the guy didn't. He was not one of those guys who would say he was professional, whatever. He had his challenges, but he was very respectful. You remember him? Yeah, and we were able to arrange his repatriation of the body, and it worked very well. Now I'm getting in the community, George. I'm starting to get to know people. I'm starting to bring people together. Then, fortunately, we have a Kenyan church, 2 of them, and then we have a guy called Dirango and Mary who are running a pub at Elizabeth. Yeah. Then I'm thinking, you know what? After church, why can't we just changa some money, and then we chomea watu nyama? People come, have Nyama Choma, and then just a Sunday. So we were raising money. I would say I'm going to give one boozy. Alex would say, King would do.
I think that was the first person to give us a goat.
Gabriel Wamba. By the way, Gabriel Wamba, I speak to him because I'm well connected with him at that time. He's employing me. He's a big man. They say, you know what, this community has faced so many challenges. Why can't we do something? So when Gabriel comes in, and then he gives us some nyama, and then we do nyama, Elizabeth. So we do nyama Sundays, every Sunday after church, every end of the month. And it picked up. Then they moved to Reebok. And that's the first time now I meet King Ori on a one-to-one, because I find this guy doing Nyama Choma on his own. He's been standing there from 12. You know, that's the first time I engaged with him. You remember? And I said, who is this guy? Who is an amazing guy? And he's chomarin. Then after that, unfortunately, Reebok was closed. And moving forward, we have a guy called Charles, very great man of God. He started doing this thing now we call Kegosho. He's a founder member of Kegosho. So as he's doing Kegosho, he comes up with an idea. He says, why can't we take kids in the park on the weekends, on one Sunday, and then we do some activities with the kids? Remember, now he's brought in a new perspective, kids and activities and things. And now I meet King again. King is on top of this. We are buying kites for the kids. We go to the park. It didn't last for long. Then it faded. And then we are quiet for some time. We're just doing whatever. Then 2013, and I lose my mom. That is in March, just before Easter. Big time. I've been supporting the community. Now it's time for the community to come through for me. George, they did.
Amen.
And I would say in 2 weeks' time, they raised funds that I was able to travel, not only with my family of 4, but with even my in-laws. We traveled home, gave my mom a very good visit in send-off. Very good. Pam. So from there, what happens? I come back. Then there's a friend of Alex called Maganjo who introduced me to Alex. Maganjo is having a christening of his daughter. Then we'd go for the christening, and then later on, the reception was held at Winash Community Center. I want you to note this. Yes. Winash Community Center comes in play. October. So we go there. We are stood there, myself, Maganjo, and Belinda. Top lady, good lady. So, and I said to Belinda and Maganjo, you know, I feel indebted by what this community has done for me. Lakini nikiwaita kwangu nyumbani, we don't have enough space kwa kuchomea watu nyama. What about I buy a box of choma, we chomea watu here? Wow, and Maganjo says, yeah, that's a good idea. Belinda says it's a good idea. Then I say, well, how do we go about this? So I say, Maganjo, how do we get this venue? So Maganjo gives me the contact of a lady called, top lady, good lady, Amanda. Then I get the contacts for Amanda. So I go approach Amanda. That is in February, and I say, we want to do this thing, Amanda. We are looking for a venue. When do you want to do it? I speak to these guys, Alex, and say, let's do it in August. And I say, wow, August, yeah, let's do it August when the kids are whatever. So I speak to them and they say they are quite happy to have it. At that point in time, as we are discussing with them, I think 2 weeks or a month before I meet Kingori, and he says, you know what, tunataka tuchangamshe, you know Kingori, the way he talks before, tunataka tuchangamshe hii community. And I say, probably we are working on something, I'll let you know. So we have the first meeting. And why I say the first meeting is a meeting we held at your house in Tilehurst. Yes, and people need to understand, we did not start the family fun day on that day because already we had paid for the venue. We had agreed on the date. Yeah. So I go sit with you, Johnny, and because I'm thinking this is entertainment, we need to make it fun. Yeah. And they're the guys who know people, so they need to pull the crowd. So we go in, and then I call you because with you now you're having a different group. You bring in the Tony and whatever, and you've been here in this country for longer than us. So I bring you in, and I say, Alex, we are meeting on a Friday. The first meetings were I've done on Fridays, Friday journey. So we meet you, Alex, and Jolex, and then now we discuss. Date is confirmed. We need £60 to pay for the hall, for the venue, so we are all good to go. Then that is when Alex called now the friends Junior and Nakina Georgie. That is where they come in now. And then the next, whatever happened next is history.
It's what birthed the KLF.
That's all I can say. So my contribution was now up to that point where now I bring in people. We have a whatever. I'm trying to do a barbecue to say whatever, but we are thinking we are going to invite the community. What do we do? And then King comes in. We need to bring in this.
You know, let me cut you. You know what happened before you even went that far? Our community suffered too much death. So we had this one has died. This one has died. There was no every time you were meeting. It was about Mashakaya. Yes. So that's when Ken came back, and then he was like, let's do something at least to bring joy, you know, to our families. That is why we started those small meetings until
when we did the first Kenyans in the park. I remember very well. Yes. Tulikuwa watu wangapi? Tukasema kila mtu ule kana family. Yeah. Akuja na box. Ya nyama. Yeah. Si ndio? Yeah. Na yeye atapika. So you come with your box and your jiko. Yes. So we go to the field. Yes. Everybody with their box, their families. Yes. And then when we just chomed the first nyama, the people who were there had 3 boxes.
Yeah, I spoke to Maganjo this morning, and I was reminding him, saying, Ken, because he's in Kenya now, and he was saying, I'm following what you're doing, guys. And I reminded him, he came and called me and said, Ken, because we had 5 boxes. Yeah. Then he came and told me, Ken, the people we've invited, I'm really worried what will happen because your friends who came to Choma Nyama, they've already eaten 1 box. Yeah. You remember that is when now you come with Belinda, and Belinda offers to buy one box. Yes. So that we don't get embarrassed and whatever. Yeah.
Because we were targeting, the maximum we can get is 100 people. Yeah.
50. I think that time we were just targeting the families that were really...
Remember, even the last meeting we did, I said to you guys, if we all invite our families and they turn up, the event will be a success.
Amen. Yeah.
You remember, George?
Yes. All I can remember is this. And that's how I came to know everyone in the community. I only knew Junior. I met Alex and John on the Oxford Road buying meat, but he looked familiar, but I didn't know him until we were with Junior, and he was wrong, and I said, yeah, let's go. And that's when the idea was introduced to me. And so when Ken came to that meeting, I even said, you know what, this thing is going to be big, because I saw it's KRFD. AKA.
So how do you come up with the sky team? KRF is the one who came with the sky. Is the one who came with the sky team.
Kenyans in the park.
Remember we were Kenyans in the park. Then Kenyans in the park, and then because coincidentally the Kenyans in London had just started. Remember we had no idea. So they started having a crash with that. We are using the name in the park. That's when we say to Gitch, let's just change it to Family Fun Day. Yeah.
And then I said,
So how do you come up with the sky team?
Sky team. I think it's the hype, the energy. You know, the energy. When you hear it's the sky team, you know, you're aiming for the sky number 1, and you're bringing that energy and I was really touched when you say you're giving back to the community.
Oh, yeah, giving back. Yeah.
And then just giving that person one day of release, of just lack of stress, because we've been going through a lot through the years, and that is what we have come to learn as we've done these events. People say some people have never left their houses. since January for any party or anything. So they're now looking forward for this. And I think we are hitting many points. And that's probably why I didn't know why I call it skiting, but I just said AKA skiting because the team actually that we're working with, I could see our strengths.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Do you remember we used to remove 50 pounds per person? And then the night before, marinate the meat. Do you remember we used to shake?
Yeah, my boxes, yeah. I came out with the recipe, me and John.
Yes.
Oh, marinate. Yes. And you know what? That no one has ever beaten that.
Yeah.
No one has. No one has.
And I think through that, I think many businesses have also grown. Is it the time Royal was also coming up?
Yes. What time?
Yes.
Royal was there. After Reebok was gone, then we came to the Royal now.
Yes.
You know, talk us through about the funding, where now me and you start going around. We go to Rwambas and he gives us you know what I mean? Yes. Because we are thinking now the budget is getting higher now on the second year. So tell us how we bring in the business community so that we fund it.
So now we started looking for sponsors, but then we also had to do our self-funding. So remember, I think we're about 50 people?
No, when we started, we were about 15. We are 12 of us.
We are now going to the second year.
Second year, we are 20 of us.
Yes, 20.
Yeah, so now you've brought in the 20 more.
Yes. So we saved 50 pounds each. And I remember I used to remove 50 pounds. And then if there was a gap, maybe
you've invested
something for, I was like, you know what?
No, you did.
You know, so and that is why the energy, because the first year it was so good. I thought the second year is even better. Even my mom, I think she visited the second year and she wow, she really loved it. And we're not charging. So yes, we went to Rwanda. We went to, I can't remember.
Kenya Export.
Kenya Export.
Yeah.
We were just going around in cars and we're being given checks and even going back to the Winners Community Center, meeting the top guy. And, you know, so it really grew. And people are giving. And we even said, whether it's 50, if you can afford, or 20. You know, and on the day, how we arranged it, who's going to go and bring the jikos? That's where
Mbugu has been a core member of this. He has been very, very, very important.
To go to everybody's house, pick up the jikos after work, and then the following day, drop them back. Yes. You know, so we ended up buying the plastic boxes, and then we upgraded to the big ones before COVID. From Costco. So I have personally seen Kenya Reading Family Fun Day grow. And I think everybody who has been in the group has also grown internally and mentally. And it has given me the joy to know that we are also tackling some deeper things in our community. For example, mental health.
Yeah. Before you come to that, what we intend to do, what is KRFT about? Because people think it's only about the Nyama Choma. You'll come back to that. I want to bring in King. And King, because I sit with you and you're telling me, now we are starting to bring in the business community. But we need to capture the hearts and minds of the parents. What does that mean? That if you're selling a piece of whatever you're selling, that parent can sit with you there, listen to you for half an hour, only because the kid is engaged. Tell us how you came up with the idea of us introducing the sports, which was fought by the Gen Zs at that time. I will not name them, but they said, as we were setting the footballs and whatever, they were saying, who is going to do this, who is going to do whatever. Tell us how you brought it.
The way I came up with that idea is, when we did, I think it was the second one, because I asked the reviews, I asked people, hey, what happened? I have kids in my house, and they said, that's a boring thing. You just go there and you eat nyama. Yes. And as kids, we are left. So I asked a couple of them and said, there's no point. That is not a Kenyan thing. You know, you guys go and have your nyama and enjoy your music. We are not part of it. And then I thought, okay, what can we do? And what happened, I think my son had a sports day.
Okay.
And then I said, if we bring a sports day in this thing, maybe it can work. Obviously, there was pushback. But when I told you, you said, hey, I think you are right. And then luckily we had
Mr. Ratia comes in because I'm going to my son's sports day, and then I see him what he's doing, and I tell King, your idea, I have somebody who can do it.
It was very good, yeah. The kids enjoyed, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that's how the family fun day for the kids came in. So all the kids were so happy, and then there's an idea you came with. where you gave all the kids a medal.
Oh,
For participating.
for participating.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what? Yeah,
Everyone.
everyone who participated. You're
Yeah.
trying to motivate people. You see the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I remember us going to buy them.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember
Yeah, Tyler's Road.
we still order with them. We still do. We still
And
do.
now the thing is, all the kids who had a medal, they told their parents, next year we have to
With
go.
the Kenyan flag. with the Kenyan flag.
flag,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I think and thereafter is where now we bring in David Atwell, who is doing the football, and then we now think, how are we going to make it competitive? So that then there's a bit of competition. So we start up with the teams, and I think George came up with that. We're going to have the elephant, the whatever, the big five or the big four, whatever.
Yeah.
Then we say, no, let's go with the colors: red, green, yellow, and green and blue, so that is that competitive. Then now we come up with the wristbands, so that we have wristbands that have colors, and we also agree. And I think from Alex's idea, let us have them printed so that whenever one goes at home, they can see it's the Kenyan Reading Family Funded.
Yes.
And I think that's where George says, remember, if we do something that is substandard, when they go home, they'll still be looking at it and thinking it's a KRF day. You know what I mean? And that is what probably has made us work so hard to give people not what we want, but what they want. And I always say this, and probably George, and I've spoken with this in private with George, and moving forward, because it's now got to a point where, yes, we've set what we wanted. It's up to you now, George, with your young generation. And I know you've spoken to Dave 254, who is now running our social media. We are going digital. I think I met a lady called Tracy who does our decoration with Martin, engaging Dean. That is a young generation. That is where we are.
Yes.
I'm saying, King, and I know we've spoken about this, where this is our last year to do it. I think it is now time. Now we have a brand, protect the brand, but then now involve that young generation.
Correct.
Trust me,
Yes.
it can't be us anymore, so that they come up with a new brand. I think in the meeting you were
New
talking
ideas. Yeah,
new ideas. Among the new ideas, talk to Dave 254 about Eventbrite, so that we sell our tickets
online. So we know, capacity.
Before we go there, I want to let people know that when we started getting big crowds, our funding was not sufficient.
100%.
So the people who we were getting money from were not sufficient. And then we came up with this idea that we are bringing 2,000 people in diaspora.
Yes.
And we know very well there is a companies in Kenya who would like to
Come and sell.
Yes.
Product,
So we gave them a platform.
Yes.
And that's why we brought in companies from Kenya. So what happened is our event became a bridge.
Between the
Diaspora
and people, businesses in Kenya.
Yes. And when they came in, they started channeling funds. And when they brought in the funds, and the people in diaspora were benefiting. Because you remember, before, if you wanted to buy land, lazima upigie mtu wenyu simu, akwambie ni wapi. So these people, when they came here, wakapata platform, wanatuuzia kila kitu. Even hii event ya mwisho, when NCPB came, my brother had an issue with his card. Lakini jili alikuwa na ID, NCPB wako hapa, wakaresolve hiyo issue. You understand? So what the
services?
Yes. So I'm
hata
saying
kufungua bank watu wameanza kufungua when they are
exactly.
using it.
So when I say that now, because the crowd we are having is sufficient for people to come from Kenya, sell their products and benefit. You understand? Before hakukuwa na hiyo platform, ukitaka kuuza mashamba zako, utakuja uone nani. Lakini wakapata yetu ni kama expo.
Hata si hivyo, I remember even in the early days, we are also supporting local businesses. So if somebody was selling sandals,
we would support them.
we'll give them the platform and we'll charge them differently.
George, cut you short. The first time George comes up with the idea, we need to give one complimentary company or whatever, charity every year. You know which company you give?
Can't remember. Remind me.
ECCI Church.
Yes.
I got you on that. I got you on that.
Yes,
you do that.
ECCI. And we've done that.
Over the years. Last year this year we gave 5 of them.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying now the future is that our event, the diaspora, is recognized by business in Kenya. We made a very good platform that they can just come from Kenya, wakuja waingie Reading. No, yes.
Na but this Kenya peke yake. Because this event of ours now attracts all across languages and barriers. You know, Nigerians, Ghanaians. You know, so.
But there's also intermarriage, George.
Yes, of course, there's intermarriage. So it's
Who likes that?
yeah.
By the way, because
That's what the reason why I'm saying that. I think there was a company that does. It's not. I can't remember. That does the sending money home.
Tuma or Wave or Nala.
There's Nala. Nala is from Nala is international.
Yeah.
And then there's this year there was
Tuma.
The guy was Ghanaian.
Oh, the Ghanaian. Oh, Pay Angel.
Pay Angel. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So our event is now attracting different companies from different areas of the globe. So I'm glad that you.
Wacha nikuambie kitu ingine, another benefit ya hii nini. Last year, Ken was nominated as the best community leader by Thames Valley Police. Thames Valley Police ni kama wanasimamia hii area. And I was very curious, like, Ken, police wanamjuaje? Anyway, I went for the meeting and the police commissioner,
the lady,
she spoke. And she said the reason she's giving Ken this reward is because I hear you did a Kenyan event and there was no incident. You understand? Yes. So they said the police were so shocked that when they came to an event and it's for Africans and it was well behaved, well attended, and there was no incident. They reported to the lady, and when she was giving Ken the certificate, she said, I have to come and see it myself. And this year she was there.
I didn't even know I was dancing. Do you remember when you're doing the
whatever 360?
Not the 360.
Oh, when I was taking her around.
No, when the MC was. I was psyching.
Oh yeah, I saw her.
I was psyching. I was psyching. She was standing there looking at us.
Then you brought her
I was going around. And I just.
I saw you.
Come. And I didn't even know.
This is what I'm trying to say with the event. Now it connects us with the police, so they know that when in Kenya, if anything happens, they know Kenyans are not issue. Another thing with our event, the way we organize it, is we have adopted the British way of doing things. Sasa watu wakikuja wanapata kila kitu iko streamlined. So inatuonesha we are adopting to the country ile tunaishi. Unaelewa? If it's keeping time, we keep time. If we are queuing, we are queuing. If we say no drinks, no drinks.
Health and safety.
You understand? So that it helps the community integrate with them. And at the same time, Jigwazungu wanakuja event yetu. There are so many who come now. And when they come, they are happy. You remember like Chloe. She was queuing. Alikuwa anataka kununua chakula. Nani akamwambiaje, badala kuqueue, wacha nikupeleke hivi. Akamwambia no. If everybody is queuing, I will queue. So it shows us now we are integrating. Hata wazungu wana integrate na sisi. So it brings inaitwa nini? Hiyo cohesion ya community. Naelewa we don't, hata watoto wetu sasa they don't have hiyo pressure. Wanaona we are really accepted.
I get you, and probably you will come back to now the new venue that we have, that is the atrium. The feedback we got, I give you that feedback, very positive in what we are doing. They would want us to have this event here next year and even beyond. But before I go to that, I want to go back to Alex, who started the WhatsApp group. When I look at that WhatsApp group, it has almost about 200 and something members. What are the benefits of that WhatsApp group? Because I read people asking for, I need a room, I've moved to Reading, I'm looking for a nanny. George, you'll talk us through that because you run it. But I see so many positive things there. I'm looking for a photographer. Do you know somebody? Alex, what are the qualifications for one to join that WhatsApp group? Are there any like annual fees or whatever, or do you charge people behind because I don't know? And I see so many admins, in that group, and I'm thinking, I've seen groups that close the admins and it's like there's only 2 people who can post this. Or how do you run this, or how have you managed this thing to a point where it's kind of a free for all? People feel free, they communicate on things, but everything that you read is positive. It could be a banter, it could be whatever. How have you run that WhatsApp group for the last 10 years? And George also come to it. What are the benefits of that WhatsApp group?
The WhatsApp, actually, we made it so that we can bring the people together when we are discussing, when the committee comes and sit down. Whatever they discuss, we used to put it on the group. The minutes, we used to put it on the group. If we have another meeting, we put it there. Why we have so many admins? There was a point, is to keep it open. To keep it open. And what we try to do is not to make it political. And most of the time you see me, I delete the political nonsense. If you're writing anything political, I always delete it. Because that is one thing that divides people. Because I'll be on this side, and let us just keep it family-wise. And if there's something in the community, we'll put it there. And then people come together and, discuss and help out.
Yes, the benefits of the
Of the group.
of the WhatsApp group. It's like it's like a newspaper. You can post positive stories, advertisements. If you're a business, I think there was a time we brought the lady who does braiding of hair. It was posted there, and actually when she came last year, she was actually braiding people in the field. So those are the kind of benefits. If somebody is looking for a nanny, or if somebody is looking for a lawyer, any kind of if somebody is looking for work, or somebody is just landed. Especially now we're having this certificate of sponsorship, ladies and gentlemen. I think, as Alex said, there's no qualification.
Is it?
No,
because I never know what.
Because I've been given numbers.
I see you recruiting people.
Can you add these people?
Yeah.
I think the qualification is
as long as it's Kenyan.
from Reading. Actually,
From Reading.
From
Yes.
Reading.
Yes.
So that's why it's organic. That's why it's a Reading thing. But I also noticed something that like everybody there knows each other. It's kind of a family thing. Something that is.
Become a family now. This after all those years, if I see you today, I see you next week. You become families. People have made friendship from it. Even they visit each other's homes.
And coming back to that, and I spoke about we lost one of our members, Mary Carey, and may God rest her soul in peace. It pains me, George. When I look at this thing and I'm thinking, and I think I spoke to Leon even before the KRO came in, I spoke to King about how do we work with these people in kind of a welfare thing. That if you're in KRFD, apart from what we do and whatever, what are the basic things that would happen? And KRFD would stand with you. And I remember Isaiah, when we lost Isaiah, people stood with Isaiah. But I say, why can't we have something standard? And I don't want to talk about big figures, George. I think even Gitch lost the mother-in-law or something, and you send it there. But I'm saying, George, is it not time to formalize that and say, this is a KRFD thing. If you're not a member of KRFD, you're not whatever. And I want you to send that survey to the community, because I know there are many people who are not in KRFD.
They're not in
KRO, because maybe for financial whatever. And so, but they don't agree with. So, George, instead of leaving people out, and I want to challenge you this, and I'm saying I'm backing you on this.
Yeah.
Send a survey. Let's see how many people would want us to formalize a welfare thing.
Yes.
And if we get a number that is close to 100 out of the 200, we are good to go.
Oh, wow.
Either we could start a new whatever. And I say, George, that will be the agenda before we talk about the Kenya Reading Family Fund 2026, which we know will be happening on the 1st. I think we need to move in that direction.
Yeah, that's true, and that's how being organic as a group is.
So
and very agile. So you're able to come up with these ideas and actually implement it. So yes, that is something that we need to maybe form, not just by myself.
Yeah. But what I want you to lead is to steer that
yes.
and say this is what we want to.
Yeah. The other thing about KRFD, with all the people who are coming to the UK, people come from diverse backgrounds. But when they come to our organization, they are absorbed. It doesn't matter where you come from. And everybody who comes in, they feel at home. You understand? Yeah, hakuna mtu anasema hiyo ni watu wa city ama hiyo ni ya watu sijua wapi ama ni ya kabila fulani. Kila mtu akikuja, usikia hii organization imewashika. You understand? Hata event yetu, a lot of people come because every time wanakuja, wanasema hii ni ya Kenya. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Inawapeanga ile inaitwa nini? Unajua umekaa UK, labda kuna mtu unajua. Yeah, sense of belonging.
Even the ownership, KNF kitu si ati ya mtu mmoja. So most of the people, especially all those on the WhatsApp group, they feel they are wanted. They feel the warmth of being part of it.
Yeah, but I must also add, we've had our fun times in the meetings.
Yeah, of course. Talk about it. Someone there's a guy who once told King, he said, you know what? He came to the meetings 2 or 3 times, and then he came to the event day, and he said, King, when I think about the meetings, the shouting, those I was like, can you guys pull something like this? You know what I mean? Look at what we did last weekend. Historic. Probably the best that has been held in the UK.
Because it's free for all.
But when you think about the meetings, they're like, oh my God, how this is. And one of the challenges that I've had is to try and
consolidate
everybody and make everybody feel valued. And definitely people have their own issues or differences, maybe more educated, maybe whatever it is. But then now bringing people in one table and taking everybody's idea, trust me, that is a challenge. And that is the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Because you can handpick and think I can work well with King, I can work well with Alex, I can work well with David. And then you bring those people and they say, we are working the 3 of us. That is not what KRFD is.
Another thing I want to add. With our organization, why everybody accepts it? Because we made it from day one. We are not funded by anybody. Sindio? Yes. Unakumbuka? Yes.
That is what makes it different from any other Kenyans in a park they do in UK. And I think we have the biggest so far. Because people went to London, I think 2 weeks ago. But the feedback I've seen, our one is so special because it's family. And we should never run away from that.
And I'm saying, everybody knows. We don't get funding from the government, the council, anybody else.
Or charity.
Oh, yeah. Whatever we do.
What was this year's budget? I didn't follow up on it.
25,000. 25,000.
You remember our first budget was how much?
1,100. There we go.
How big it is, like you said, our diaspora or Kenyan businesses have helped us to get that 25,000. We don't nowadays we don't get money from our pockets anymore. We don't.
And not only that. Tourists coming to Reading. All those people who came with whatever, they brought business in Reading. They were staying in the hotels in Reading. They were buying, shopping in Reading. And I think to us, Reading is home. What else can we give back to Reading apart from that, whatever?
And so, for me, just to, maybe not to summarize, but just to say that anybody who wants to join KRFD, they're more than welcome. With open arms, you'll get more information. You can, if you want to join the meetings, you're also welcome because all the meeting dates are always put there. It is just not for us or the other members. We are also invited because we want to use everybody's strengths and particularly the young generation, because we believe now the baton has been passed.
100%.
So it is time for us now to make this organization more organic, more family orientated, but also to see young men and also women, including children. So please, guys, as you see this, I would love to thank everyone again for this year's 2025 and see you next year, 1st of August 2026.
Same place?
Same place, Atrium Health Club. Thank you.
Before we wind up, I just want to say, Ken, you've been special. And this whole KRFD, he is the
Patia makofi bwana.
True.
This guy, he works day and night. Some of those things, maybe me or George or those with the young families will not be able to do that. But he has given.
I remember at one point when things were going south and I could see it's not happening or whatever, and people are not turning meetings, and we would meet at King's house, just the 2 of us. And towards the end, King would tell me, what are we going to do? And I say, King, whatever we've discussed, minute it and send it.
The King you have done as well, very good as well. Actually, we cannot forget about you. We used to meet in your house. For a whole year or 2 years, we were meeting in your house.
Yeah, but Ken the engine. Ken
is the heart of it.
And I think I have the passion of doing it.
Yeah, you do. It comes natural.
and having people who who are ready to work with you. Yeah. By the way, Ken.
No, thank you.
Tano ten.
Tunasema kupass baton. Tunasema kupass baton.
For now, even if you are passing the baton.
Yeah. Of course, we go through. But we need to. What we need to accept is now it has outgrown many of our ideas. It's more now of digitals. As I said, if you look the last 2 weeks, have a look at our Facebook page, and you'll see what is happening. So that is the brand we're bringing in. Yeah. If you look at the video, we've never taken such footage before, thanks to UK TV, Ken, and plus 254.
And we want to thank everybody who turned up, all the sponsors, and we want to tell anybody who wants to connect with the diaspora. Direct. Reading is the place to be.
Let me thank one person who is very special to me, and I hope you allow me because I know that person is your friend. And I think remember one time Alex referring to her as somebody's whatever, Rachel Ruto, and that's my wife. I want to appreciate. I want to appreciate her so much. Because behind, very well, when you get out there in the community to commit yourself, there's so much time that you lose with your family that you would want to. So I want to say thanks to her, Hannah. Big shout to you. And also your missus, I know. There are those challenges at home, taking care of the kids, dropping the kids because you're in a meeting. So I want to thank her for giving me the opportunity to serve the Reading people. But above all, I say it's not only to serve the Reading community, but to give back to God. I have had my journey, and probably one of the fine other days, I'll talk about my journey. And I really appreciate what God has done for me, and that has given me the motivation and the thing.
That's true. God amekuwa na sisi, so hatuwezi.
We also appreciate our wives.
100%. Let's go our children and our families and kids. Are you ready? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys, and we look forward. Break for whatever. I'm off to the US. I have to brag about that. I'm not taking KRFD cards, whatever. I wish I would. And I'll see you 2nd of September.
All right.
So, but George, the biggest challenge, work on the welfare, bounce each other with King, see what message you can send there. But we should work, whatever ritual it is, we have to be united as KRFT in terms of welfares. Yeah? Happy, guys?
Yes. Happy.
I'm on it. Let's do this. Send.
See you.
KRFD.
Later.
See you later. 2020. What date? 1st of August. Venue?
Atrium Health Club.
Asante. God bless you.